us a story, Dorkman, please! Story! Yay!
Ugh, there's too much light. My blessed mess forsaken! These fairy tales are monster gleams of dull and dry, a lifeless dream, a ruin bleak. I'll craft 'em dark to make 'em grim. That's my hallmark. My guts fill up with pretty tales. Their prissy cuteness never fails to make me puke, to lose my wits, to rot my teeth and give me fits. Now the rancid, stale and foul, despise the happy ending. Gross and nasty make me howl, though they may be offending. I'm here to build true tales of light, of fear and woe, bring back the light. I ain't dumb luck, a door up tuck, my humble goal is to run the When their 13th child plops out, and the hapless parents don't even take a pledge of abstinence, they've apparently abandoned good judgment along with restraint. They hope a godfather may ameliorate their folly. Nonsense!
Back directly, Mother. I'll just step out and find a godparent to help raise our new boy.
Right. Any other man would be contemplating a permanent exit. And who could blame him? Poor Randy Sod.
Hurry home, dear. The babies need burping.
Now here's undeserved luck. Looking for a godparent, this moke finds God.
No offence, God, but you can't be godfather to my son. You give to the rich while the poor starve.
Bloody hell. He thinks there's a better godfather than God. Wonder what God thinks about it. Well, he's on a roll. I believe the operative verse is, seek and ye shall find. But this is ridiculous.
Are you?
I am. Take me as your child's godfather. I will give him all the joys of the world.
No offence, Beelzebub, but you can't be my son's godfather. You deceive us and lead us astray.
Equal time and treatment to the champions of good and evil, I suppose. Neither has much reason to complain. But who's next? Why, it's Death. And the horse he rode up on.
Make me your child's godfather. To me, everyone is equal. I will care for him.
Done no, Death. You treat the rich and poor alike. You shall be my child's godfather.
Not the only criterion on which to base the decision, but probably not the worst. The boy grew up without incident or remarkable event, and when he had come of age, his macabre godparent charted his future and introduced him to a miraculous herb.
Godson, you will become a physician to the rich and famous.
But I have no training.
No matter. As I am visible only to you, I'll indicate which of your patients will live and which will die. If I stand at their heads, give this herb, they will recover. But if I stand at their feet, they're mine.
Death was as good as his word. His godson became rich and was later appointed the king's personal physician. But when the king's time had come, the godson was loath to let him die.
Don't ever dare to betray me again.
Yes, Godfather. King, as I have saved your life, I'd like to marry your daughter.
She's very ill. Heal her, and you shall have her and my crown.
Feeling better? Fine. I'm your doctor. We're getting married. Tomorrow good for you?
I have no dress.
Godson, you'll never disappoint me again. Come along now.
A more perspicacious being would have seen Death's declaration for the lethal guarantee it was.
I'll get back to you.
He lied, of course. But what did he know? He wouldn't be getting back to anyone above ground. Oh, this doesn't look good. Candles snuffed out, Death giving a guided tour of the underworld. Symbolism's a bit too clear. I might have cursed the darkness and let it go at that.
These candles are the lifelights of every living being. A long candle foretells a long life, and the opposite is true too. Here is yours.
This little stump is about to go out. Light a new one for me.
One must go out before a new one is lit. But because you are my godson, I'll try a trick. It's against the rules.
Thank you, Godfather Death. You saved me.
Almost anything for you.
Was the physician fated for an early death, or was his premature demise a punishment? The storyteller doesn't say. But without an answer, the tale is a muddle of unhappy accidents. Death was chosen as Godfather, and God's not offended at being passed over? The devil takes no for an answer. That would be a first. And then all-powerful Death, the great leveler, pretends he's going to spare his witless godson. I don't think so. If you agree, play on.
Not so very long ago, when ignorance was more common, if less forgiving than now, an abjectly poor woman presented her willfully stupid husband with their 13th and least wanted child. Make it rotten.
Let's move!
Welcome everyone back to American McGee's Grimm. I am your host at Genesis 013, and welcome to Godfather Death. And tombstones, bunch of children, and possible murder, possible death. Well, there's probably going to be some murder, some death, and possibly some illnesses, given the subject matter involving death, God, and the devil. But for now, we are just going to turn everything lovely, and I love how that explosion caused all those pigs to be set on fire. It's amazing. Unfortunately, I don't think I'm gonna get another reaction quite like that. As much as I would love it, because that was fantastic. Never mind, I spoke way too soon. I spoke way too soon. That was fantastic. But yes, we have sort of a race against the clock to deal with these willful children of all people. But thankfully, it's very easy to deal with them. Oh, that's right, the children actually chase after cleaners. That's fantastic. That's amazing. I remember that now. Yeah. Also, isn't this place already growing to be like real cheerful already?
Get him! Don't run, Daddy!
Yep.
Daddy!
Father gets his just desserts with all of his 12 willful children. Perhaps he'll learn to maybe he'll learn to keep it in his pants next time, so he doesn't have so many bastard children to deal with. Also, here's the new child, drinking what looks to be poison, probably urine, who's to say? No one can tell. Also, his lovely wife as well. Surprisingly, not being chased by the children either. Apparently, they all just want to be with his father. Makes sense given the supposed time period of the story, so I can't be all that shocked, I suppose. They're gonna get you. Either way, we'll continue onwards right now.
He nearly ran out of his clothes. Pity he couldn't keep his pants on at home.
Get him! We're going to get you! Get Daddy! Don't run, Daddy! Get him!
And that was the first scene of Godfather Death. I actually forgot how short this is actually probably a short one, so we might actually have a full episode that's done in like one setting. Who's to say? But either way, we will continue on.
The indiscriminate breeder seeks a godfather to support his latest spawn. He decides that God isn't up to the job. And according to me, God doesn't take rejection well. Make it nasty.
Let's move!
So yes, now we are at the part of the story where, man is attempting to find a godfather for his 13th bastard. And in his vain attempts to do so, he found God as one of them. Unfortunately, this poor fool. Besides, God just isn't really the best person in the world. But God took it fine, apparently, in the story. How about we change? We're gonna change that. We're definitely going to do something to change that because, well, let's be honest. If you were an omnipotent, all-powerful being, and some pissant bastard refused your will all because you weren't good enough in his eyes, you'd be a little cross, wouldn't you? So I'm thinking we're gonna do a few changes here. And also, the rocks are beginning to gain some skulls on them, it seems. Also, things are becoming more charred, kind of barren. Lightning is sort of striking, apparently, from the sounds of it. Which is fantastic. Also, look at the skies already. They're getting a little more angry. Trees are becoming charred, which is always good. And also, priests are becoming cultists again. I told you we wouldn't be seeing the last of these guys. Aren't they wonderful? Plus, they're running away from God's wrath. It's amazing. At least I find it so. There's still a cleaner out there somewhere who hasn't been zapped. I'm actually kind of impressed and amazed. Also black sheep. And a secret as well, right behind the church.
Cockroach on toast.
Seems one was a bit too on the nose there.
Stomping, butt kicking good.
Also, angry God. I don't know. When Dark God is actually kind of humorous. He just looks so bitter about everything. But then again, it makes sense when you're denied by just some moronic fool to not be like the godson of some random child. Because, well, you're just not good enough for a man. Oh, jeez. Well then, I was not intending for that result, but yeah, that happened. We'll continue on with the next scene then.
The rampant spawner mulls over old Scratch the Godfather, but declares him lacking. What's with the nuns? Make it repulsive. Let's move.
So yes, on top of God being denied, there's also old Scratch, the devil. And like Grimm mentions, there are nuns here. As for why there are nuns, I don't rightfully know. I'm actually I'm sort of being a bit serious there. I don't rightfully know why there are nuns here. And I've attempted to answer that. I've tried to figure that answer out myself for a good while. Did I get an answer? Not really, no. I don't think I ever really have gotten an answer that has made me overly satisfied with the result. Other than I figure a wizard cast a spell. That's, I think, literally the only thing I have going for me. But at least one good thing with these witches, they turn into devilish harpies, which is probably the only good thing that they have going for them, I suppose. I don't know. Also, the trick that I've shown involving to not convert people, I should have remembered that it's actually a little harder to perform in this particular scene because, well, as you've seen, things are getting converted even when my back is turned to them. Unfortunate. Also, now we are putrid, so, well, we kind of jump a little higher than normal. Also, the nuns are trying to destroy that beloved church. Which is really absolutely fantastic, actually. And, well, as you can see, we are slowly but surely more and more getting closer to Vile.
Down with the nunnery.
Plus, have I mentioned I absolutely adore like the dark character sometimes. Also, our wonderful return of Dark Satan again.
Down with the nunnery.
Yeah, these basically a lot of Godfather death is actually pretty short, weirdly.
Down with the nunnery.
Push it in the lava.
I'm sorry, I have to enjoy these people because they're just too silly.
Down with the nunnery.
Let's destroy the nunnery.
Oh well, and we should be done with this now.
Make it rancid. Down with the nunnery. But stop it. Let's destroy the nunnery. Destroy.
Never mind, we're not actually done because we still have to deal with the nunnery, which we'll do now.
Ooh, I love it when they do my bidding.
Nonetheless, we shouldn't dawdle. My favorite part is next.
As is my favorite part as well, so I'll see you guys in the next scene starting now.
Oh boy, this moron has found one he can't refuse. Death. Who better for a godfather? I should have asked God why he thought this dolt should go forth and multiply. This environment doesn't suit our bony friend. Let's cool it down. Make it vile. Let's move.
And yes, you see it now. Our task is actually to make it vile, as well as to, well, make things more appropriate for the Great Reaper himself. So, well, everything turns more icy, and well, and with ice comes ice physics. So yeah, we slide a lot more. That will happen. Also, what a kindness that this game does, at least in order to make it a bit more forgiving while trying to do these higher parts, they actually kind of give you some darkness to start off with. Admittedly, it's a kindness for them to do so because it's actually kind of it's kind of problematic starting from scratch, but that's not going to be forever. That won't last forever. That will actually change very quickly, in fact, I believe, later on. But I do love, like, the more frozen chills that, like, Death's domain actually performs. It actually does look pretty cool. And I haven't mentioned, but these are basically the secrets of these two areas. They're not hard to come by. You easily spot them pretty easily. Isn't this already becoming more chilly and wonderful? Alright, the sky is actually depicting skulls, and it's snowing now, of all things. And one of my favorite things that happens to cleaners, they all become frozen. They got frozen today, and it's fantastic. I absolutely adore it. Because this lovely winter wonderland is just amazing. And now we are vile, so we can actually potentially turn Death into his true wondrous form, but we still have a few places that are looking pretty lively here. I'd rather, you know, ensure this place be as frozen as it needs to, and a new power we have, the Super Butt Stomp, which I think it's fitting now to give it to Death, so let's do it.
Romp and stomp. Whoa, Death, yeah, you the man, El Jefe, the Grim Reaper, if I do say so. Oh.
Chill, Grimm.
And, oh, what? Hey, how did he get silver? Well, that's absolutely tragic. Well, I think just to keep with the natural flow of these videos, I'm gonna go for... I'll call it now, so I'll see you guys in the next half of Godfather Death. Take care, everyone. Bye. Curse you, Silver Star. I froze everything, you bastard!